You are perfect. You are inspiring. You are bold, brilliant, and beautiful. And we are live. Hello, 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 and welcome to this sacred conversation. I'm Abiola. And that's my friend Amy with the Abiola echo going on her phone. Thank you for joining us today. Before we chat with Goddess Amy, what we're gonna do. I just wanted to reinforce for all of you that we had a magical week last week with the beginning of the Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle Deck certification, which was super exciting, super cool, and I'm so glad that so many of you said yes to yourself, yes to your ancestors, and yes to your magic. And we're going to be talking to Goddess Amy about intuition and raising our vibration, which brings together everything that you have been learning about oracles and manifesting and magic and alignment and all that good stuff. So, hello, Goddess Amy.
Hello, I'm so excited to be here.
Yay.
We're in the sort of metaverse with you on the we're everywhere. We're everywhere.
Omnipresent.
Yes. We're manifesting.
We're manifesting. So wait, we still need a moment to share. Let's do this. I'm gonna have you pull a card from the Secrets of the Ancestors.
I would love that.
And then while I share with the goddesses and other enlightened human beings what that means, and you can go ahead and share with your audience.
Love it.
Then let's get into some stuff, girl. All right.
I love it.
All right. So I'm gonna just shuffle. I'm just clearing, and let's just play jazz. You tell me when, Goddess Amy.
And stop.
Okay. All right. So we stopped between two cards. So I'm going to pull from the top of each. So I am going to pull. Okay. So Mother of Air, the energy of boundaries. So everyone, this is our sacred intention, what we need to be aware of right now in our professionally for this week. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. And then our this is our anchor. Then our clarification card is root of earth energy of taking inspired action.
Beautiful.
So this is very much like harmony energy of divine feminine and divine masculine, but most importantly, and this is very important, not only for personal and professional life, but also for you who are watching as an intuitive, as an empath, as a giver, having boundaries around your energy, boundaries around your soul work is very important because we're natural givers, right? Goddess Amy, we naturally, it's easy for us to give. And I've had situations in my past where I felt like, okay, like, we'll wait for the other folks to notice that we're giving too much and they'll naturally back off, but they don't.
No, they don't.
They don't. So it's important that you have boundaries for yourself, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and all of the above, and that you are taking inspired action actively toward having those boundaries and toward making your manifestations and dreams come true. All right. But we will delve deeper into that. And if you are still interested, it's not too late for you to come play with me in the Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle. The link is under my name, tinyurl.com/bloom with Abiola, tinyurl.com/bloom with Abiola. Okay, Goddess Amy.
Yay! That sounds amazing.
Yes, it's a really powerful work that we're doing together because our ancestors are there, our spirit guides are there. Our angels are there and they want to play with us. They want to help us.
They do.
They're waiting for us to invite them in.
They sure do want to.
Yes.
Yeah, they really do. And I've so loved connecting with you, Abiola. And, I think our audiences probably love connecting with each other too, because we have a lot of the same philosophy around that exact thing, that we're surrounded by infinite trillions of benevolent spirit helpers that are ready to assist us and help us create the life that we desire and the life of our dreams.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. So one of the questions that comes up a lot whenever we talk about intuition, people
Yes.
don't know how to, one of the questions people ask is, how can I distinguish between whether it's my personal voice,
Hmm.
whether it's the voice of a spirit helper or a spirit guide or an ancestor, how do I know
Yes.
what the inner voice is?
I think that's such a great question. And, I've been teaching shamanism and channeling, automatic writing, all these things for 24 years. I get the same question. And I think what I usually say is with practice, we're able to distinguish that. It's kind of like, say you were in a room, you had your eyes closed, and your guides came in and all talked to you. Eventually, you would recognize their voices. You'd have built a relationship with them. So they could be like, hey, how did it go yesterday after I told you this? So you get to know your guides, you get to know them as individual beings. I think of that as like multidimensional training and skill building initially. And as we do that, then we can distinguish, okay, I think I know this is a certain angel, this is a certain ancestor.
Mhm.
And then what is my higher self as well? Because if we think of our higher self as another guide who can come in, we start to understand those echoes, those flavors. So I have synesthesia, and one of the things I feel like that helps me do is help other people find the flavor of their own intuition. So some people might get a scent, a taste, a color, a body feeling, an emotional feeling, a word that they know, of seeing a word or a letter or a number or something in their mind, then helps them start distinguishing, okay, these are angels, these are ancestors. A common thing I've seen for people over the years, which is the case for me too, is if we also had like a deceased relative who we knew in real life, who hopefully nowadays this will be diminishing, but
Yeah.
who smoked cigarettes, then sometimes people smell that smell of
Yes,
cigarettes, like say
absolutely.
in their house with no reason. And they're like, okay, that's that one. Or I have an ancestor who was 7 to 8 generations back, who so I didn't meet. And I always know it's her because she sends the smell of chamomile. So I feel like, oh, I think you froze. Hopefully everybody's still hearing this. Um, but I think there you are. Yeah. I think that there's a lot of different sensory cues that we can get to help
You're going
identify.
yeah, you're going in and out.
You are, we both are. Oh, and I'm losing you there. Shoot. Hmm, that's delayed.
Okay, all right,
Oh, there you are.
you're back. Okay, you're back on mine. Seeing
Okay, you
you
went out for a
again.
minute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
wasn't sure what was. Yeah,
me
okay. No,
neither.
I've been here.
And I'm
Okay.
looking on
What
the Instagram too to see, and it's like a little delay.
on the Instagram as well. Okay. But what's interesting is that I've had definitely that experience as well
Yeah.
where I smell perfume. So one of my
Yes.
perfume like very strongly all of a sudden like
Yeah.
out of nowhere,
Yes,
that she will be there and I'll smell her
for
perfume.
sure.
You happen to have also the very special gift of being a medical intuitive. Now, are your medical intuitive gifts connected to your synesthesia? And how does it all work together?
It's connected to all of it. So I was really fortunate at 18 to start working with my late medicine teacher. So I had
Mhm.
this great foundation while I was in college of learning shamanic skills, having this oral tradition in which I was trained with these grandmother spirits. So I had an early foundation in that. And I started, oh, somebody else smells scents. Yes. So I started working with clients right away at age 23, like five years later after I met my medicine teacher. Hence why now I've been doing it for 24 years, I think. Yeah, a long time. Um, that all began with talking to people's spirit guides for them. And
Mhm.
then because of the synesthesia, as well as a proclivity that I have for particle physics and, interest in chemistry and science my whole life, I've always seen things at what I call the atomic level and sometimes the subatomic level too. So it really made it a natural extension as people started to come in with things that were more body based to look at and find these root causes with the help of their spirit guide. So that's kind of how it evolved over time. Eventually, I started calling it medical intuitive healing because it was what was coming at that point. That's what the clients were showing up with and what they needed. I began by calling it multidimensional healing because it was talking to people's guides. But now I do call it medical intuitive healing, and I've created all these protocols based on what I see with people. So ways that we work with ancestors to unravel curses that are trapped in the genome that are the cause of a physical issue, or all kinds of different things that now I've been able to distill down into protocols, as well as teach the actual multidimensional skills to do what I do, which is very, very individualized. Because people
Is
could
that
come in with the same thing but have different root causes.
is that what the atomic healing method
Yeah,
is?
that's exactly what it is. It's my whole toolbox. That's why it takes 9 months, because there's a lot that we do.
She's talking about she has this incredible certification program that is a 9-month deep dive
Yeah.
that will help you have the skills to be a medical intuitive. And I think that this is such an important program. This is such important work, and I'm excited that you're doing this. I really am. And just share more about being, how do people know whether they can be come into your program and it can work for them? Are there people who maybe would come in and try to be a medical intuitive but they don't have what it takes? Or can you share a bit about that?
Everyone can do it. That's what I've always said. There's some people I think who are like Jimi Hendrix was probably born where he could like pick up a guitar and just start playing.
Right.
Whereas somebody else would have to take a lesson. But either way, everyone's going to, if they choose, land at a place where they can play the guitar.
Right.
And this particular program, especially with skills like this that aren't as, specific as like playing virtuoso guitar or something, we all have these propensities. And I've, I have taught people of all levels for 24 years via shamanism, channeling, automatic writing, and multidimensional skills on every level. And then apprentices. We had a fantastic group last year for the Atomic Healing Method medical intuitive certification, because it is a certification where then you are really qualified to do what I do, because that's what I'm teaching you. Every level. We had beginning people, intermediate people, advanced people, people who already are practicing, people who are just curious. It really doesn't matter, because I just take you from A to Z. You go through these beginning, intermediate, advanced, and then expert level skills, ultimately landing in a place of multidimensionality where you can talk to people's guides, you know what to look for, you know what to see in the body, and you find your flavor of what I do. But first, we start in the beginning. Here's how you talk to your spirit guides in a standardized, repeatable manner. And then here's how you start to do that for other people. And then there's no limits to what you can do.
This is so exciting. I think that what I want to do is to make it easier for people, for my folks to say yes, because I know that
Yeah.
there's a lot going on in my world. What if you did decide to take Goddess Amy's year-long certification program? You could I will gift you any program of mine of your choice. Yeah,
Amazing.
as a totally free bonus if you
Ah.
sign up with her to take this journey. Yeah, I will. And after you finish your certification and you are certified, I will interview you about your
Yes.
process in working with Goddess Amy and your
Yes.
intuitive gifts. I think would be,
Oh, I love it. Oh
yeah.
my gosh, Abiola.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, don't you all want to just give her a hug right now? So
I'm
generous,
thinking-
spreading so much light, Aw. I
Well,
love it.
I know you wanted to lead us through a process. I have an exciting meeting coming up right
I
after
know.
to talk about my um, retreat that's happening next year.
Woo!
So, yes, retreats are the only programs where I cannot gift you because it's not just
Yes.
me.
Yeah.
Any digital program, I'll clarify, any digital program
Good
that I
point.
yes. Okay, so lead us through something magical, Goddess Amy.
Okay. So I think we want to do a few different things, but I also think in light of the cards that you pulled, I'm
Yeah.
almost thinking maybe we want to incorporate that idea of boundaries. So I want to take us through sealing our space energetically, owning our space energetically, then filling it with joy and opening to our intuition. And we're going to do it like lickety split.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're listening or watching, you can close your eyes. We're gonna all close our eyes. I might open mine here and there, but only because I'm narrating. So close your eyes and take a nice deep breath deep into your lower abdomen, filling your abdomen from top to bottom all the way up through your torso. So filling your lower abdomen, your middle thoracic, and then your upper chest with this really deep, long, slow inhale. And then when you exhale through pursed lips, like you're blowing through a straw. And try to really stretch that exhale out for as long as you possibly can. And then take another deep, full 3-part breath from bottom to top, filling your torso up like it's a paper bag. And then through pursed lips, exhale for as long as you can, as slowly as you can. And do one more of these full straw breaths. That's what we call it. And so now you're settled a little bit. So now what we're going to do is we're going to begin with an affirmation, affirmative invocation kind of a statement that I use to seal your space. So you can just repeat after me. I seal
I
and
see
protect
and protect
all wormholes,
all wormholes,
portals,
portals,
doorways,
doorways,
and openings
and openings
in my physical
in my physical
and etheric bodies
and etheric bodies
in all dimensions
in all dimensions
and all interdimensions
and all interdimensions
as needed
as needed
for my highest good.
for my highest good.
So you can feel how your auric egg, your bubble of light, it's sealed, but also totally permeable to allow in whatever's for your highest good. And it just gives you a little mental space. And then sometimes we're still connected to a lot of people. And, whether we're healers or have been in groups, things like that. So another thing I do, and we're going to do this the same way, call and response, can repeat after me, is we're going to do an energetic disconnection, but we're going to allow all the connections that are for our highest good to stay with us. So repeat after me. I disconnect
I disconnect
from everyone with whom I am connected
from everyone from whom I am connected
in all dimensions,
in all dimensions,
in all interdimensions,
all interdimensions,
in all realities,
and all realities
as needed for my highest good.
for my highest good.
So feel that for a minute if that takes some weight and some pressure off your being.
Yes.
You can feel like things are just kind of, that you aren't for your highest good, are just falling away. And now 3 times with me state, I own my space.
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 So now we're really embodying, we're present, we're cleaned and cleared. And now we're going to fill with the power of joy, the highest vibration in the known universe. So just on your own, we can all do this at the same time. Keep repeating the word joy over and over out loud if you can, like a mantra or in your mind. And you're going to feel white light energy is naturally going to come up from below you and up through you. So just start repeating joy, 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 and keep going. Keep feeling that essence of joy. Keep feeling it move up through you. It's white light. It's elevating. It's uplifting. Joy, 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 joy. and it's going up higher, higher, higher. It's filling the whole room, the whole space you're in,
Joy,
filling it with joy,
joy,
filling it with the white light.
joy, joy, joy,
Yeah,
joy, 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 joy,
beautiful.
joy.
And
Yes.
now you can repeat after me. I am joy.
I am joy.
I am filled with joy.
I am filled with joy.
I am made of joy.
I am made of joy.
My vibration is elevated,
My vibration is elevated,
high,
high,
and joyful.
and joyful.
And now I easily enjoy the spontaneous fulfillment of my desires.
I easily enjoy the spontaneous fulfillment of my desires.
It feels great to feel great,
Yeah.
and you do. And now we're just going to do a little intuition booster. So from this high vibe space, take your two hands, put them out in front of you, palms up. It can be more in your lap. I've got mine up higher so you can see, but then you can just put them out in your lap. And you can repeat after me. I invite one of my high vibrational guides
one of my high vibrational guides
to connect with me at this time.
to connect with me at this time.
And feel that being hover their spirit hands over your upward facing palms. And they're in front of you, and they're engulfed in this joy frequency as well. It might be an angelic guide, it might be an ancestor, it could be your higher self, like we were talking about. And feel them before you, and open to messages and listen. Feel their energy from their spirit hands, feel high vibrational energy from their spirit hands, floating down from their palms to your palms, moving through you. Feel that connection. And you might feel connection from your heart, center of your chest, to a similar spot in them in front of you. Notice if you feel any recognition for who it is. Tell them with your mind that you're open to messages. Let yourself receive any. You can just breathe together as well and be present with this guide who's a helper. When that begins to feel complete, and you feel them begin to bring their hands back and start to step back and recede, you can tell them thank you. Tell them anything you'd like to tell them.
I love you. Thank you.
And you can keep repeating the words thank you in your mind like a mantra. Anytime we affirm our gratitude, as we know, we open the doors and the gates to manifestation. So thank you to those guides. Thank you to the energy of joy for fulfilling us. And you can snap your fingers to lock in that joy. 1, 2, 3. I am joy. So it is.
And so it
is done.
It is done.
Yeah. And then as you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Woo!
That was like a kitchen sink power upper.
Oh, that was beautiful and so in alignment. Last week we did an etheric cord cutting, so this was beautiful continuation.
That's perfect.
Of that. So thank you. This was wonderful. Tell the folks. Let me have some water and gather myself. Tell the folks where to find you, find the program, whatever your whole magical.
All the things. You can find me at my website, which is my name, amyleighmercree.com. Same name is my Instagram, just the name, so you can find me there. You can learn all about the Atomic Healing Method Medical Intuitive Certification Program on my site. Right at the top, there's like a Learn More button that will show you all the info. You can follow me on Instagram. My name is everything for Instagram, Facebook. I don't really use X that much, but if you're into that, there's some stuff there. The only thing that's different is my TikTok is I am Amy Leigh Mercree. So find me on all of those, and I'm so excited to meet you all.
Yay. Wait, last question. When does the program start? So
what a good question. This Thursday, October 24th.
Okay.
So it's very soon. So it's this Thursday, October 24th. It is 6:30, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. It is live on Zoom. You get a replay for all 24 live experiential classes and 10 study groups. Live attendance is mandatory for class 1 and then classes 23 and 24 at the end. Everything else you could do it via replay. It's all on Zoom. So this Thursday, October 24th, we start, and I hope to see you there.
Yay. And just to reiterate, anyone, any of y'all, any of my folks who go
Yes.
and take this big, beautiful leap, I'm gifting you any of my digital programs of your choice, in addition to shining a light on you after your certification is complete by doing a live interview with
That's
you.
amazing. That's amazing. And when you come into the program, you fill out a little form and you just tell me on there that you heard about me from Abiola, so I can tell her who you guys are to get your gifts too.
Yay. Thank you, Goddess Amy. This was awesome.
You're the best. It's
All right.
always so wonderful to talk with you.
It is. All right. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you for blessing me
Thank
today.
you.
And by the way, joy is what my name, Abiola, it's one of the meanings of my name. So when you're saying
Oh,
I am joy.
you are joy.
Thank you, Goddess. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Yay.
Yay.